Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Frail, and on this channel we talk about all things relationship. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. So what we're talking about is dating with a purpose. On Love and Hip Hop New York, I saw a video that showed up in my news feed. You know how some videos show up in your news feed and you're like, oh, I've never seen this portion, or I've never heard of this show. Let me check it out. So I checked out the video for Peter, Tar, and Amina. And I know it's old. I know it's way back then. It's really, really old. And that situation has actually taken care of itself. But I want you to actually check out the comment. Check out this comment here. I'm going to link the video that I was watching down below, so that you can go back and look at that video, and then you can read through the comments that I got from when I posted my opinions and my thoughts. Only thing I posted was 13 years in a relationship. It takes 6 to 12 months for a man to know if he wants you. Stop with these long-term relationships. And why did I say that? Because I really was posting something, posting my opinion, posting my thoughts. I really didn't think I was going to get any replies. I really didn't think 166 people were going to like that response. But if you're interested, I'm going to leave that video down below, so that you can go back and, see what the comments are saying. But as women, we need to date with purpose. In order to date with purpose, you have to know what you want. You have to go into the dating arena and you have to say, okay, I want this, I want that. I know what kind of lifestyle I want to make. I know what kind of, I know how many children I'm interested in having. You have to be able to answer those big questions when you're in the dating arena, because it's no fun dating and you don't know what you want. That means you're dating for fun. You're just being willy-nilly all over the place when you have no idea what you want. And number two, you have to believe in yourself. You have to take the time to make sure you get your confidence up, because I believe that before you even start dating, you have to have a certain level of confidence about yourself. You have to have a certain level of self-esteem, because what can happen is that if you go into a dating arena and you get around a seasoned player is going to take you for all your worth, just because they know you don't have confidence in yourself. And like I said before, I always talk about standards and boundaries. You have to know what they are. You have to know what you're willing to stand for and what type of boundaries can't be crossed. Make sure you go on dates. Doing all this leveling up and looking good and losing weight and being beautiful as I know you are, it doesn't help anything if you're fearful of dating. It doesn't help anything if you don't want to step out and get to know different people. And I understand being an introvert, because I'm an introvert also. If you go back to one of my videos, maybe about 2 videos ago, I talk about how I was an introvert and how that changed and shaped my life, and how I had to make changes to come out of that in order to make progress. Date with a purpose, but don't stress. I'm a big believer that stress will kill you. Stress will kill you. So you have to date without stress. I went to work. I worked for 3 years in a very stressful position, and I realized I can't do it. Kudos to you ladies who have these stressful careers and you have so many on your plate. You're doing this and you're doing that. Kudos to you. I actually admire you, because I can't handle stress. So I want you to try dating with a purpose, but without stress. And I know that's a balancing act that you're going to have to learn to learn. You got to learn to do that, because that's going to be the best way for you to get through dating without stressing yourself out. Especially if you like me, you have timelines and you have plans and you have a vision for where you want your life to go, and it doesn't happen on your timeline, you tend to get stressed out. So ladies, relax. Remember, self-care is the best care, and just date with purpose still, but don't stress yourself out. Don't be desperate to get married. Just don't be desperate to get married. The more desperate energy that you put out, it seems to repel those things that you want. So don't be desperate to get married. As long as you're doing the things you're supposed to do, the marriage portion will come at its own time. Let it come at its own time, so that you'll be ready for it. I also did a video about what I didn't know about being married. There's a lot that goes into being married. People love saying, oh, I've been married 20 years. But do you know how much work it takes to be married 20 years? Stop thinking you're going to go into a marriage and it's going to be roses and flowers in a Cinderella movie, when marriage isn't like that. It's actual work for those two people. Those people have to have a certain level of commitment to the marriage and to each other. Be open to dating your opposite. Stop thinking he has to be exactly like you. I'm telling you that sometimes the opposites actually have the best love stories. Me and my husband, we have some things that are alike, but the core ideas that we have about life, they're alike. But like what we like to do does not match. That's the reason why we're able to dip in each other's hobbies to learn something new about each other, and it helps to keep it fresh too, because we always are learning something new about each other. So don't be afraid to date someone who's opposite of you. As long as they have the core values that you're looking for, go for it. Don't be willing to overlook the red flags. I posted something similar on my Instagram a week ago. The red flags that you ignore be the very things that tear you apart. So don't be willing to say, oh, well, that's something small, that's something minor. Over time, that something minor, something little will start to eat at you. And it's going to end the relationship. So be careful about doing that. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Be yourself. Now, when I say on this about leveling up, I'm saying improve your looks and improve your self-confidence, improve your self-esteem, but overall still be yourself. Make sure it's you that talks to that guy, so he'll know who he's dealing with. There's nothing worse than a person getting in a relationship and that person changes and turns out to be someone else. Make sure that you're happy with yourself. Make sure you're not going in a relationship expecting for that person to make you happy. Overall, you're gonna give bursts of happiness, but your happiness needs to be with you. You need to carry that with you everywhere you go, and you need to be able to share it with others when needed. But it should not be a requirement. You can't go around trying to make people happy. Making people happy is an exhausting job, and you'll find yourself drained and burnt out. Don't be afraid of being vulnerable to those who deserve it, especially to the guy that you want to open up to and you want to see his relationship progress. You can't hold yourself completely back. He's going to notice that you're not open. He's going to realize that you're unavailable, and he's going to move on. If he rejects you, then it was for your protection. I truly do believe if he rejects you and he decides you're not the one for him, it is okay. There are 7.8 billion people in the world, and you should not be hung up on that one guy that rejects you. Yes, if your feelings have got entwined in the relationship, you're going to have to take a step back in order to recuperate yourself and to re-energize yourself and to get back on the page or the path that you want to get on. But don't let that hold you back forever. Don't just stop dating because one guy rejected you. For one guy that rejects you, there are going to be 3 or 4 that's going to really want to be with you. And that's up to you to not only attract men, but to discern if that man is for you. And so, please, ladies, take the time to subscribe to the channel for more feminine tips. So for more marriage tips, because I'm going to be going harder and making sure you get more tips to help you have successful relationships, because it does me no good if I continue to do videos and you're not getting to a successful relationship. I want my tips to be useful to you. And if there's something that I can be doing to make sure that I'm giving you videos of value, please comment that down below. And then also, I would like to know, how long does it take for a man to know if he wants to be with you? Is it the 6 to 12 months that I listed on that under that video, or do you really believe it's something else? I really want to know. Comment below, and I'll catch you on the next one.